time to get buttery up.
I have no idea what we're starting with.
I think we should have everybody here one day. Free fall, no commercials.
That would be the day I take it.
You know what?
That would be the day I take
You
it.
deserve yet another promo. If you're a great orator, and you can memorize your statement, you're fine. If you can't, you can't. I just need the facts. What did I say when you called me earlier this week? You had a problem. What did I say? Lower your expectations.
My expectations.
That's all you got.
Said. Listen, we're going to disagree on that, and that's fine. We just have different philosophies. If somebody agrees with you, I got a tweet that said, let that man read his tweet.
Yes, did you know that? Be in full disclosure.
Coming to you live via Skype, it's the In Full Disclosure Show. I'm your host, Mo Morris, along with my partner, Mr. Rasul Sharif. As always, the third man with us in our crews, Mr. Breeze DBL. Please check us out at zenapp.com. Search for All Access 660. You'll find any and everything that you want to know about the In Full Disclosure Show. If you want to talk to my partner, you can always follow him at Rasul Sharif on Instagram and on Twitter, and that's Rasul Sharif 660. Did I get that right?
I think so.
Why am I having a brain fart all of a
I
sudden?
don't know. You usually roll through this smoothly.
Yeah, I'm having a brain fart. Wow, Rasul Sharif 660. Yeah, on IG and on Twitter. But if you like the music you're gonna hear today from my engineer, please check him out. Send him a note at BreezeDBL660 on Instagram and on Twitter. Last but not least, if you want to talk to me, you can always follow me at Mo Morris 660 on IG and on Twitter. Today, March the 7th, Peyton Manning is going to retire. How are you guys doing today?
Really? That's where you go.
Greatest quarterback of all time, but we got plenty of time to go there. How are you guys doing, man? How was your week?
I guess I better go first because in pre-production we kind of heard how Steve is.
That is true.
I want to let him calm down a little bit. Weekend's pretty good, man. I'm fighting through some voice issues, so it's going to be tough for me today. But I do have an obligation to the nation, and I'm gonna give it my best today. But things are going well. Really can't complain. Just adversity, man. Let you know who your friends are, and there was some adversity, and my friend circle is shrinking rapidly. I just put it like that. I still like everybody, but my friend circle is shrinking rapidly, and I'll talk off air about that.
Oh, wow. Know that feeling, fella.
No doubt.
Everything's good, man. Everything is really good. It's excellent. Had a little trepidation, but just happy to be here, man. Got love for my boys, and I'm here to reciprocate the love for the nation.
Reciprocate the love. We can acronym that. RTL. RTL. All right, got you.
Yeah. 100.
I'm absolutely glad to hear that you're doing well, because, I heard a little something earlier that made me wonder just a bit, but I'm happy.
That dude was on the ledge over there. Yeah.
And not everything about Kim either.
Right.
Well, I've never heard Breeze like that before, so, it caught me by a little bit.
And look, here's the thing, Mo. When the fifth word out of his mouth is an expletive, then you know it's on. He's charged up today. So if he's around for the mix today, I'm sure the mix will be great, because it's gonna be like a release of energy.
Yeah, it might be. It might be an eighth.
Good stuff. Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, my week was pretty cool. Interesting week, and Breeze, this is what you don't know. And I debated all week whether or not I was going to tell the nation what went on with me this week. This is in full disclosure.
Oh, you're gonna fully disclose this? Oh, let me set it up. Let me help set it up then. All right, so as you guys know, and a few of you guys are connected with us on Twitter. Usually during the week, there are a bunch of us who send out tweets, and there's usually some response. So there have been some tweets this week, and Mo just never responded. So I was like, man, I hope he's all right. I didn't want to see that he passed out at his house and, nobody's there and whatever. So I called him a couple times and finally caught up with him yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Right.
And he was like, no, I'm good. And I guess, is this the story you're about to tell?
Yep.
And so this is why he was MIA.
The prelude.
So you're right. Sewell did reach out to me on Friday because there were a bevy of texts that came out, even tweets and texts both that came out that I just did not respond to. So for those of you who don't know me that well, or haven't met me in person or haven't spent a lot of time with me in person, I'm a sweater. So I have this condition called hyperhidrosis. So I've had it basically for years and years and years. I was a teenager when I first realized that I sweated extensively or excessively, I guess is the word. So I've been trying to figure out some treatment options to stop me from sweating so much, especially facial and head or cranial, they call it. So I've been looking at some dermatologists and been going and visited some different ones and haven't been able to come up with a solution for it. So I finally found this one dermatologist who I went to see a couple weeks back, and we came up with a solution to try and help me. So I debated on whether I was going to tell this story because of what it is.
This is big.
Yeah. I debated it.
If it was 2015, you wouldn't have told this story. You're growing as a man, as an individual.
And you might hug somebody, Mo.
Right.
And that's where the thought process is, right? And, again, I don't know if it's going to help me just yet, but I just want people to kind of know if they have this situation, that there are potential treatment options out there. I went and got Botox on Thursday. So Botox, outside of helping people look younger and getting rid of wrinkles and that kind of stuff, it actually has an effect where it could stop me from sweating. And I don't sweat anywhere else that much where it's really noticeable outside of my face and my head. So I did some consultation. I did all my research. I went and I got this Botox, but scared to death because this woman has to stick needles in my forehead. So they basically at first they take this dye and put it all over my face, and then they put cornstarch over it because that shows them where you're actually sweating.
Right.
So once they did that, they found the trouble areas. And then she was like, all right, are you ready? And I'm like, wait a minute, you're going to put a topical on so that we can deal with this pain that this needle was about to go on my face. And she was like, I'm not giving you no topical. And as she's saying, I'm not giving you no topical, she shoots me in the side of the head immediately. Wow. And it wasn't bad. I have to admit, I ended up with 11 shots, 8 in the foreheads, 4 on each side, and then I got 3 in the top of my head. 1 on each side and then 1 in the center of my head. So it takes anywhere from 3 to 10 days before we realize whether or not the dosage actually worked. If it didn't work, I potentially will go back for another round of treatment for a higher dosage. Because she gave me the lowest dosage at first because obviously she didn't know how my body was going to react to it, whatever. But potentially this is something that will help. Now, it only lasts for 3 to 4 months. It's an expensive process because all out of pocket. My insurance doesn't pay for it because it is all cosmetic. I am going to try and fight it, though. I'm going to submit the bill because, and I guess I'm probably going to have to get someone to give me the full diagnosis of hyperhidrosis and get the bill and hope that maybe I can get something back. But at this point, I don't think I will. But I did it. I probably will get some of the remnants of losing that little wrinkle I have going across my forehead potentially.
Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies.
Don't get aggressive.
Right.
I didn't let her go in the face anywhere because I'm just worried about your face drooping. I mean, you have to worry about it because I had to sit up straight for 6 hours. I could not bend my head down. I couldn't do anything.
All right, Mo, so it's like this. First off, you did right by not letting her go in the face because she can't mess up the money making. You know, this show is the whole show is predicated on, you know, your face. If your face starts drooping,
That's a problem.
then we got issues over here. Our ratings plummet.
I'm going to the CDC.
So you'll know, and this is to the audience, and I won't talk about it again probably, but you guys will know the first time I come on this show and I don't have a hat on my head, then you will know that I'm not sweating anymore.
Look at
That's
that.
the reason why I wear a hat all the time on the show.
And I'm proud of you, man. That's some disclosure there, man. Because
That's fully disclosed.
and fully disclosed, I had that same issue to a maybe not that extensively, but when I get charged profusely, I just start sweating like that. So that's just really good to know because I was going to ask you when you said Botox. Now that's not something you can get over the counter. You have to go to a doctor, and because of the nature of it, it's cosmetic. So the whole thing with the insurance, but yo, man, I wish you well, man. It's going to be good, brother. It's the simple fact that you're
thank you very much.
we got you.
So, okay. All right, so let me clear something up for the nation, too. What do you mean, here we go? I just want to let them know I'm wearing a hat because I need a haircut. I just want to be real clear about that. Hey, everybody got hats on. Now, both of you guys got sweating issues. I just want to let them know I just need to shave. I need a line. So,
I absolutely wear a hat.
Gotcha. Now, that's cool.
That was my week, man. Definitely. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, you addressing it, bro. Because I was just having this conversation the other day, and I can't speak for every guy, but I know a lot of my friends. We have a toothache, and we have insurance out the butthole, but we won't go to the doggone dentist. We'll go right to the Walgreens to get the Ambisol. So that's big, man. You good, man.
Well, thank you. So we'll see. We'll see over the next couple of weeks. Now, I've been sweating because I've gone to the gym a couple of times, and I was sweating like normal. The only thing I will say, it seems like the sweat heated up a little bit differently as opposed to normal. So, we'll see. I haven't gotten my face frozen or anything. I haven't felt anything yet. So,
well, I hope definitely. All right, coming up next, I don't know what we're talking about because Mo sent me a picture of his agenda. That came in upside down and blurry, so I don't know what's happening. But
you need a Samsung. Get away from that stupid iPhone.
I'm sure we're going to NBA, NFL. He hinted that we're going to talk about Peyton Manning. So
Peyton Manning, baby.
Peyton Manning next. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
My girl might leave me if she is about this. LA competition. LA competition. I hope she never swear about this. LA competition. Oh, 'cause you know I got somebody, so I can't put just anybody. But sometimes I get lonely. I get lonely. So let me keep it real with you, real with you. Can you keep it real with me when I get lonely? I get lonely. Now I'm again. And I hope you don't expect to be my girlfriend. LA competition. LA competition. 'Cause I think you know I never leave my girlfriend. LA competition. Alright, 'cause you know I got somebody, so I can't put just anybody. But sometimes I get lonely. I get lonely. So let me keep it real with you, real with you. Can you keep it real with me when I get lonely? I get lonely. I know we can go wrong, but I cannot get with with you, baby. I be on my own shit. Moving, acting different, baby. I be in the city, baby. The city, baby. So when I'm with my past, you don't act like you be with me, baby. LAX, LAX, I get at the floor, I'm on your time. It's you, don't get at the boy, I got a girl. But I'm still trying to. Long as you notice what's up, I hope you notice what's up. I got somebody, so I can't put just anybody. Sometimes I get lonely, I get lonely. So let me keep it real with you, real with you. Can you keep it real with me, real with me? I get lonely, I get lonely.
21 minutes after that, back to the full disclosure show. So I'm going to read some stuff, right? Before we get started, I'm going to read out some stuff. And just want you to hear what you guys think about this. All right. NFL career passing touchdown record, 539. Most passing yards for a career, 71,940. Single season touchdown record, 55. Most passing yards in the season, 5,477. Most playoff wins, most wins including playoffs, 200. Most games thrown for 300 plus yards, 93. Most passing touchdowns in a single game, 7. He's tied for first. Most games with a passer rating of 105, 97. I mean, I can go on for another 5 minutes probably with this craziness. Gotta be the GOAT. I don't know how anybody could ever argue this with me. But Peyton Manning, it has been announced this morning, it was breaking news at around 8 o'clock this morning, that Peyton Manning is going to announce his retirement tomorrow. We've been kind of waiting on this scenario. We obviously have anticipated it. And it's going to happen tomorrow. He's going to retire at the Denver Bronco facility. Now, obviously, he's not going to retire. He's not going to go in the Hall of Fame as a Bronco, but it's going to happen at Denver because that's where he just won his recent Super Bowl and played his last season. Any thoughts on this amazing career? We can get into a lot of different areas, but I just want to get through those. And again, there's at least another 10 that I can read, literally, that I didn't even get to about the things that this guy is number one at. So let's hear what you have to say.
I mean, he had a fantastic career. I won't ever. I don't think that's up for debate. Calling him the GOAT though is not. Yeah, he's not the GOAT. And you know what's crazy? Like you can have your personal opinions about the guy, so like we do. But I think that what we need to do is to listen to what the peers say about him. So everybody says he's a great player, but you listen to forget the pundits, the ex-athlete guys. I don't know if he's universally thought of as the greatest quarterback of all time. He's got the greatest statistics, but it doesn't necessarily. I don't know what it means to certain people. So to me, you having the greatest statistics don't actually make you the greatest quarterback of all time. For me, I'm looking at, man, if I had one game to win, who would I take? And Peyton Manning is not the first thing coming to my mind. It's just not. It's just real. It's just not going to be that for me. So I think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But to call him the undisputed GOAT, statistically, yes, he is. But if I had to win a game, I don't know if Peyton Manning is the first person I'm calling. Well, I know he's not the first person I'm calling on.
And I'm okay with that. Like, to me, that doesn't make you the GOAT because that's the one guy you're calling. And honestly, that's a personal opinion because I would call Peyton Manning. I would have zero issue calling Peyton Manning.
I'm not saying that you would have an issue, but would he be the first guy you called?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, he absolutely would be. Like, it wouldn't even be a thought in my mind. Peyton Manning's name would be first.
Okay.
I don't know. First off, shouts to our partner out there, Mr. Aviator Life. He's on the check-in. But
Deserved.
I struggled when I went and I started looking at this stuff. I just struggled how anybody could say he's not the greatest. This guy leads in every category. I mean, just every category. Every major category in NFL history, he leads. He has it all. I don't understand, and that's fine. You know, it's probably not for me to understand. But as you said, he did have an illustrious career, without question. I think he's the best. Obviously, whether it's his peers or whether it's the pundits, whether it's you, whomever, who may not necessarily believe that, but without question, I've never seen a guy command a team the way this guy has commanded a team. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. To me, he changed how the quarterback in the NFL has played and how things work. To me, he started this up-tempo offense that we see all over the place now in the NFL. I thoroughly enjoyed every bit of what Peyton Manning has done in the NFL and for the NFL and for some of these players. I absolutely have thoroughly enjoyed every bit of it, and to me, he's just the greatest ever, all time that I've ever seen, without question.
Got you. I'm not sold though. And that was great though. I mean, that the way you poured your heart out, that was fantastic. But yeah, I'm not sold. I mean, I thought Ralph Tresvant was going to play or something. You know, man, sensitivity. So I don't know. It was great though. It was beautiful. Carl Thomas, you got emotional over there. I don't know what's going on.
So I'm going to compartmentalize that part of it, right? Because I'm not listening to you right now, but I'm going to compartmentalize what I just said about Peyton and how great he was, and all of that stuff. Now let's get to this press conference tomorrow. This press conference tomorrow, he's going to come into Denver.
This clown is really leading off the show, huh? Like he got a whole segment.
I believe he cannot lead off the show.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
I might have almost wanted to take the Republican debate over this. All right, go ahead.
Listen. Let's be clear. When greatness retires, you don't see this often. You don't.
He's a great football player.
Listen. Okay, whether you think he's the greatest or not,
I'm
how
just
often
messing
do
with
you? And that's fine. No, I have no issue. But what I'm saying is, whether you think he's the greatest or not, he's got to be in the top 2 or 3 is my assumption that you've seen. To me, that you've seen, he has to be in the top 2 or 3. How often that you've seen? Are you really disputing that?
Yes, and I'm being serious right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have a loose moment with you right now. This guy is out of his mind because he's been very disrespectful. But regardless, my point is, he deserves.
Because I don't agree with you, I'm being disrespectful. Okay, well.
Whether you agree with it or not, you can't find 3 guys that you've seen better than him. You can't. However you want to do it, you can't. You can't make an argument for 3 guys that you've seen better than him. You cannot. You can't.
Statistically, no. But if I go to your words with my eye test, yeah.
Okay, even your eye test, you're not going to find 3 guys. You're not. But my point is that when we see greatness like this, we have to appropriately cover it because we don't see it many times. So in basketball, you watch Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you watch probably Doc, Magic, Bird, and Mike, and now Kobe. Really? Kobe's not greatness?
I'm just listen, man. Your words are riveting, and I can't help but to enjoy them. And I express my joy through laughter.
NFL, I mean, you're looking at Peyton, Ray Lewis, Lawrence Taylor. It's only a handful. Dan Marino. It's only a handful. And even when Dan Marino retired, the media coverage wasn't the same as it is today. Probably Ray Lewis got this kind of media coverage, and it won't even be to this extent. But he was probably the last one. Lawrence Taylor didn't get what he probably deserved, at the end of the day. So I think that we should give this guy coverage. When Tom Brady retires, he'll get the same kind of media coverage. He will get the exact same. ESPN, and obviously that's where I heard that this morning, they shut down the rest of their programming this morning on ESPN, and all they've talked about since then is Peyton Manning retiring the entire time. But to my bigger point, tomorrow, when Peyton Manning goes to this press conference, and let's forget about all the things he's done, is it fair game for someone to ask him about the situation with the potential sexual assault at Tennessee with this trainer? Is it fair game for that question to be asked tomorrow at his retirement?
I think it would be. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't know how to define fair or unfair, but I definitely think it wouldn't be appropriate to ask him that day. The next day, yeah, but that day, I wouldn't. If I was an editor at a newspaper or something, there's still newspapers, I guess, but I probably would tell my guys or my beat writers or whatever, like, yeah, we could leave that alone today. We can get back on this tomorrow. But now some people are going to look at it like he's just going to disappear off into the sunset and we're never going to get to ask him again. So,
That's where I was going.
right. So for me, I probably wouldn't, but, I mean, because at the end of the day, right, he's going to give you the same answer he gave you last week. So, I mean, what are we getting out of this? So, I probably wouldn't, but, I don't know how to define if it's fair or unfair. Classless, maybe. I wouldn't think it would be the classiest thing to do.
Right, because I can guarantee you people are going to essentially say, we haven't heard from him prior to this. Now he's going to give a retirement speech. And as you just said, so he's probably going to disappear off again until we see him on television at ESPN or Fox or CBS or whatever news station he's going to be at. Now, at some point, he's going to have to address this. At some point, you would think.
Well, that's the more interesting thing. If you think that he's going to do TV, and how does ESPN deal with the pending charges if he wants to come work at ESPN? And you've got these pending charges, you got these allegations levied against you. Does he just get to walk in? And he probably does. But should that be problematic? Because nobody else would be able to do that.
Well, when we say he doesn't have pending charges,
or I mean,
he's settled everything, so he's not in any danger of anything outside of messing with them.
Right. But okay, let's say if he was found guilty today, and found out that he did that, he might not be the hot commodity that he is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if somebody take the PR hit like that. I really don't.
He's paid, and this is how they're going to sell it. He was 19 years old, a college student, boy being a boy, whatever the conversation is how they're going to sell it. Obviously, we've seen who Peyton Manning is over the last 25, 30 years. I guess it's, 20 years, I guess it is, right? Yeah, 20 years. We've seen who he is. That's how they're going to sell it.
I just think I agree with the way they're going to try to sell it. The problem is, this is such a sensitive issue right now. I'm sure women's groups will be going crazy. So you got to figure out how toxic this is to somebody. And if you listen to, and I'm just using ESPN. So if you listen to the women of ESPN, I mean, it's clear how they feel about these women issues. I don't know how much power that they have, not within the company, but, the women's groups and all these other things. I don't know if a company is going to want that bad press that might come along with what this guy did. Because, look, if he did what he did, this is crazy. Like, all the way through from what his family did and how they tried to tarnish the girl. Let's just say every allegation is true. And it's crazy what he did. And he's not this poster boy that because you're saying, we know what he was over the last 20 years. Do we? Because now you got to start asking yourself that. Do we know? Maybe we don't know who he was. He hasn't gotten any trouble, but maybe we don't know who he was. Before these allegations, we didn't think anything about Peyton Manning. We just thought he was the family guy that goes home and drinks Miller Lite. But now,
maybe at 19 he was too.
Maybe he is, but maybe he's not. So it's going to open up Pandora's box. That's all I'm saying. It may crack Pandora's box a little bit.
I don't think it will because and
not for you, and I don't care, but not for you. But I'm just thinking that there may be some people out there that are like, wait a minute. They just made reason.
Right. Any reasonable person, and I think this situation should be 1,000% covered. But any reasonable person should understand that 20 years has gone by at this particular point. And Peyton Manning has not made a misstep that we know of. He has not made a misstep. So we're going to hold him accountable.
I'm a forgiving guy, so it's a little different for me. But some people, it's unacceptable. Some people are going to be out here like, well, he never paid for that. Like, people are going to have all kinds of opinions about this. Like, let's not just act like we all going to go, oh, well, it was so long ago, forget it. Like, that's not going to happen. There are going to be some people out there like, okay, so now you know what this guy did. He's been living a lie. He's been doing. You'll hear all kind of narratives that I'll be like, yeah, this is ridiculous. I'll be with you at some point, like, this is ridiculous. But he may have ruined somebody's career, if it's true. Like, he did some things. There's some culpability that would be there. So I don't know if if the noise would be enough for somebody to stay away from them, at least initially. So I don't know if he walks out tomorrow and is on, Fox Game Day. Maybe he's on there in 2 years or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, Ray Lewis has made it to ESPN.
Right, but I don't. That's the perfect. Right. So you think if he retired that year, he would have went to ESPN? I mean, that was 10 years before he started at ESPN. So you kind of let the dust settle on that. Could he have just got off that trial and walked into ESPN? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Personally, I don't believe he belongs on ESPN now anyway, but that's just my own personal opinion.
Caveat, real quick. What if Michael Vick had a stellar career, such as Peyton's? Maybe not to that extent, but it was stellar. And this whole dog situation. We know how long ago that was. He paid the price, but you know how cynical people can get, and not to put race into it, but to mention it. There is a big disparity in terms of how we're reported on. And I think, as Sue said, it would be kind of classless to do it. But I wonder if it was Michael Vick or athlete of color, if that same question would be posed at the juncture of that press conference. Because the press conference should be just about that. But you know how that media is.
And then again, like I told you before, the flip side of what I said was, this might be the last time you get to talk to this dude, because he'll be somewhere on a farm. If he goes Brett Favre style, you just never see him again.
Hey, but
he might feel like this is the last time I gotta ask this guy this question.
Yeah, they'll dig it up.
Well, I promise you, he's just gonna sit there and say, "I'm not talking." He might even start off his press conference by saying, "I'm not talking about that today."
And that was why I said I wouldn't ask him, because I'm probably only asking the question for two reasons. One, if I think I can get the answer. Or two, to let people know that I try to ask, so they don't say, "Well, you had him there, you didn't ask him." But in my heart of hearts, I know.
Basic responsibility, no doubt.
Right. So in my heart of hearts, I'd be like, "Yeah, he's not answering this." Hey, OJ, did you kill Nicole? Like, really? And I'm sure we're gonna talk about a little of that.
And dude, they just found the knife.
I'm sure that's coming on the agenda. But Mo's leading the show off. He's holding it down. My voice is horrible. Guess we'll be back in 3 minutes. I'm going to keep drinking this water, trying to heat up some tea.
Hey, can I say you got a lot of extra butter on that joint this morning?
It's not on purpose, bro. It's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Stop it, block it, when I drop it. Anytime I go line for rhyme on the topic. They even fit to step in Shaq's arena. I look inside your mind and I see the truth in your eyes. Why are you surprised? No matter how you try, not fly as eloquent. The new edition. This is the end of your last night. In the daytime, you couldn't see me with a flashlight. I crash lights on sights of my enemy. I'm coming through and then I bomb your whole vicinity. Why the activate the jet? You're not a friend to me. I picked your card, you're not as hard as you pretend to be. Who wanna spark it with the chocolate? Macadamia, head clean to the cranium. You know the name, Shaq aim to maintain money on the brain. Can't stop the rain. $1 million figures, listen, the act legends and figures, cream lizards, cream coochies, I do my duties, as long as they fly as me, get high as me, success on my circle, try to break it, I hurt you, ain't no getting out that, I doubt that, we want the exotic, erotic ladies, not the toxic ladies that burn a lot, I learned a lot, from junkies to ruffians, from being tied up by Colombians, cause 80 grand was missing, listen, had to change my position, from wanting to be large to hit in charge, my garage full of CeeLo, 4, 5s, and 6s, honeys by the mixes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Smoke out with Leo, Mickey Tarantino. Sounds like a sumo fight like numero uno. Can't stop, won't stop,
No, my towering inferno, invincible, smooth individual. Who wanna test it? Foreign or domestic? No matter where you're from, I'm not the one you wanna mess with. Original with the style, living lavish. Trying to guess to let my shorty shout in Paris. I'm not the average, I'm far from the norm. It's daddy long, hitting the strong, keeping you warm.
Around to a lemon, my DC women, bringing intention and numbers to condos with elevators in it. Vehicles with televisions in them. Watch the entourage turn yours to just mirages. Disappearing acts, strictly nines and max, killers be serious. Copperfield material. My dreams are vivid, work hard to live it. Every place I visit, I got land there. I can play a stand there and say I sound like them. Hello, push me back to the 6 coops is hello. Plus coops that expand from hand to elbow. Spray up your days in any telling you in. Crack wagon, take a bite and I'm a make me driving. Into these streets, slippers inside the beam of wagon. I will light up inside and shut it down if I die. Put that on my diamond vessel, messing with the devil. Wow. Can't stop, won't stop. 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 Can't stop, won't stop.
42 minutes after the hour, back to the In Full Disclosure Show. Breeze. Appreciate that, Shaq and Biggie, man. You just woke me up. That gave me some energy. I didn't expect that today. That was a wonderful, wonderful choice of songs.
And Breeze, I appreciate you playing that while I was going to heat up my tea because I missed it all. Great. let me say one more thing about these needles. Right? And how proud I am of you. No, seriously. Like when I was younger and played basketball, I wouldn't even let the doctor put the needle in my right arm. Because I still had to shoot that thing. I was like, don't mess with the right arm. Put the needle in the left arm. For real. For real talk. Real talk.
Seriously, I mean, you're talking about your head, your face. That's
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Bro, that's impressive, man.
It's a scary thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I told her, I said, listen, I can't watch you with the needle. She was like, yeah, because your big ass can't fall because I can't get you back up. So I was like, okay. Oh, she's cool. She's real cool. I'll tell you guys off the air. Basically, anybody that needs a good dermatologist, please let me know. I will absolutely give you her number because she's great.
Nice.
Great.
Nice.
Sure. Shout out to her. All right. Let's talk about fight night last night.
oh, that's right.
UFC. So clearly, in my opinion, there's something funny going on here. So last night in the UFC, the biggest I guess fighters in the UFC fought. Conor McGregor on the men's side, Holly Holmes on the women's side. Let's start with Holly Holmes first. Holly Holmes, who actually just beat Ronda Rousey 2 months back. She fought this woman named Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate was 17-5 going into this match. She was close to retirement, actually, because she's been around a little while, and she didn't think she was going to get another title fight. But once Ronda Rousey basically said she wasn't fighting again until November, Holly Holmes was like, I'm not waiting to fight somebody. So she gave this woman a title shot. Went 5 rounds. On the scorecards, Holly Holmes appears to have been winning. But in the 5th round, Miesha Tate got her in a reverse chokehold and basically choked her out. She had to tap out. So she ended up winning the fight, and Holly Holmes lost her belt that she just won, a few months ago over Ronda Rousey. Now, here's where I'd say something funny is going on. Now, Dana White, who's the chairman, the owner, whatever he is, he's the big guy at the UFC, comes out and says that Ronda Rousey was not watching the fight. Now, to his credit, he did say the winner of this fight was going to fight Ronda Rousey next. He did say that before the fight happened. It's something that's just strange to me because he comes out and he says in his presser last night, yeah, I called Ronda right after the fight was over. She said, what happened? Because I wasn't watching it. And he said that, Holly Holmes got choked out. whatever. She said, well, I guess I got to get to work. Now, wait a minute. Was this a ploy to get Ronda Rousey away from Holly Holmes? Because Dana White clearly has an affinity for Holly Holmes. For Ronda Rousey. And we talked about this on these airwaves. Was this a ploy for him to get her away from having to fight Holly Holm again?
I couldn't imagine that.
Get that belt back and get another 2-year run out of this whole situation?
I couldn't imagine that.
You gotta be kidding.
I couldn't imagine that.
Why?
All right, so from a financial perspective, I'll be less inclined to watch Rousey against Tate than I would have been against Rousey against Holmes.
Your statement is correct partially. If Holly Holmes had beat Ronda Rousey, you're right. But Holly Holmes beat Ronda Rousey. Now Tate beat Holly Holmes.
Yeah, but I'm
gonna
not.
fight her. She wins, and now here's this match again with Holly Holmes sitting out there for that to happen.
All right, so me thinking about, like, when we always say it, and that's the popular phrase that styles make fights. So that to me doesn't matter. Like, I want to see if Ronda Rousey could beat this girl Holly Holm. I don't care who else she beats. Like, for me, I want to see them fight if I was going to watch it at all. Because I'm thinking that, listen, I don't care if Ronda Rousey beats everybody else ever and never fights this girl Holly Holmes again. That little asterisk still going to be there. So you're going to have to solve that asterisk at some point. Especially when you're talking about cementing wherever you're going to be in your legacy, wherever your legacy is going to be. She's going to have to fight. I don't care who else she beats. She can go out and beat everybody else. We'll still be sitting there like, yeah, you can't beat Holly, though. Like, she's got to beat Holly. And I think that that's what the public would thirst for. Just personally. Now, I'm probably not even watching that. If I can't find some way to stream it, right? Like, I couldn't pay for it. Excuse me. I probably couldn't pay for it, but
I believe it's a setup, man.
I don't know.
This dude Dana White seems like he's a bit sleazy to me. I hate to say that about him.
It's all good, but I'm saying if in November Holly Holm was fighting Ronda Rousey, that would be the fight of the century in MMA, female fighting. It would be.
But it still may happen. So here's the scenario. Now all of a sudden Ronda Rousey said, well, I guess I got to get to work. Well, let's March. You're not getting to work now for a fight in November, right? You get ready for a fight for June. If that's the case. So why wouldn't you get ready for a fight for June? Because then Holly wouldn't have fought this woman if you were going to fight in June. She didn't fight this woman, Miesha Tate. She only fought her because Ronda said she couldn't fight until November.
Right, so
she didn't want to have that look.
So Ronda's getting to work to fight in June? Yeah?
Her statement was, I guess I got to get to work.
But
you're not getting to work right now in March for something for November.
But
so you think she's fighting June?
Coming up for a fight coming up pretty soon. Rousey. I thought she was getting ready for a fight in June. I think they were talking about her. She's not coming back to do anything?
No. She wasn't supposed to fight. She was supposed to fight Holly Holmes again, but it wasn't going to be until November, which is why Holly Holmes said, yeah, I'm not waiting until November to fight. That means that's a whole year I got to sit out and fight. Right. I'm just saying.
I just find it crazy to have those
something going on back there in the background.
You getting blasted, it's not one. It's one thing to take a phantom punch and to hit the canvas, with that MMA, bro. You getting blasted.
So I'm about to be sexist, and not in a bad way. I don't mean to be.
Honestly, I thought you were about to say, what it sound like? I'm about to be sexy as soon as these shots kick in. No. All right. I had to. A little levity. My bad. All right.
But it's hard for me to watch the images of these women getting beat up. Man. It's hard.
It's tough, man.
Even though it's another woman doing it.
I don't think that's sexist at all. I don't think that's sexist at all. Me too.
It kind of is. But it kind of is because I don't have a problem watching men do it. Right? So it's kind of sexist. At the end of the day.
I think you don't see women abused. Right. So that's core. I think that's what it is.
Right. Well, it's like I was watching last night. Holly Holmes landed a couple of kicks to this girl's stomach area, man. I'm just like, that's just brutal. And what she did to Ronda Rousey was brutal.
Yeah, man.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah, it is. Especially when they
It's
get them on
hard.
the ground. When it's a floor match, man, they going hard, bro. It's brutal.
Yeah, it's it's a barbaric sport. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, we're back to the Roman days when they was having those big coliseums, and they would get in. The glass is right. Listen, it's a brutal sport. I don't know how much I'm a fan of it. I pay attention slightly, but I'm not necessarily a fan. I'm not doing a Floyd Mayweather when Floyd is fighting, buying the fight. As you just said, you're trying to figure out a way to stream it for free. I get it. I'm with you on that. Because last night I looked.
Who's got this on Periscope? Yeah, let me see who's showing that, right?
You know, I looked around last night hoping that this wasn't pay-per-view, but I knew that it was pay-per-view. But I was just in my heart of hearts just hoping that it was going to be on one of those Fox channels that they normally have them on, or whatever. But they didn't have them on. So that was the co-main event last night. The other side of the main event, Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, the Irish guy who was popping jumps to foot. Talking about basically, it kind of gave a threat to he fought this guy named Nate Diaz last night. Now, here's what Conor's issue was. Conor went up in weight class for whatever reason to fight this man. And he basically got destroyed. It was a mistake. He fought this guy, Nate McGregor, on a 2-week notice. And Conor McGregor talks a lot of stuff. He's non-stop with running his mouth.
Yeah, he is.
Remind you anybody?
Who?
Conor McGregor.
Who does he remind me of?
I don't know. Just maybe Ronda Rousey. Maybe there's a few trash talkers out there in multiple sports, by the way. Some boxing trash talkers too.
You know what? You're probably right. I didn't think about it that way. Ronda, I didn't like her running.
Yeah, but Colin be going hard, man. He goes real personal.
I tell you what, he had to take one on the chin last night. He basically said, listen, I got beat. I'm going to take it on the chin, and I'll be back. Whatever. He needs to stay in this weight class. Stop trying to go up 2 weight. I think he went up to 170 last night.
Yeah, he had to put on like almost 20 pounds.
He's usually a 155 guy, whatever. So that was a mistake. He got beat last night pretty good. I mean, he was bloody. Here's the interesting thing. His face looked worse than Conor McGregor's face. When I watched him since last night,
Well, he's a bleeder, man. He takes a lot of punishment. He had I think his last fight he had a real bad gash over his eye. But
I'll give him this though. He did say he was like, I told him he was too little for me. I knew I was gonna beat that guy.
yeah,
he kind of little manned him. He little manned him. Yeah,
because that's more his natural weight. Nick is naturally like about 160.
How'd you know you could win? There was no way that dude could beat me. That's what he was saying. I was like, wow. I don't care about what he was over there talking about. There's no way he could beat me. So, okay, good.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think Dana White got some funny stuff going on over there. Don't be surprised if that's not the case. So I know you're kind of dismissing it.
No, I just thought the bigger fight would be Rousey Holmes. That's all.
And I think they're going to get there because I think he's going to make Miesha Tate bow out because she's basically at the end of her career anyway. Take this check. You bow out now. We get ahead and we get this make this fight even bigger. At the end of the day, you potentially.
Now, is it bigger now because Holly Holmes lost?
Yeah, here's the deal. Potentially, she beats Ronda Rousey. She take Ronda Rousey goes Holly Holmes. She loses again. Now, what does that have? Holly Holmes has to go back and fight Miesha Tate, right? You got a 4-fight deal here in the women's bracket.
Well, it depends, right? Because now you're saying you're gonna make Miesha bow out. So what he's gonna say?
Bow out of the next fight. Meaning take this L.
Oh, like Lou throw it? Oh my God! It's like there's some heavy accusations over there, bro.
Don King, only in America, is all I can say.
Hey, I didn't watch it.
That's all. No, that's just a slogan, only in America. And I truly believe.
Was it a movie?
Yeah, there was a movie too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't watch it.
That was the slogan, only in America. Donald Trump has it. We're going to win, and make this country great again. Yeah, it's the same sort of thing. These are the slogans that these guys have.
So you think the Conor McGregor fight, there was some politics in that as well?
I don't know, only because of the fact that I don't know who else is out there. I don't know the landscape as well for the
I mean, I can't with the female fight. I mean, I can't. The fight is. I'd like one of these girls to be women to be the champion in a fight, and I'd like it sooner than later. So now it's you would have wanted to. I want either Holly Holmes or Ronda Rousey to have the title when they fight again, and sooner than later while it's still kind of fresh. At this,
I just laid it out for you.
no, but I'm saying at this rate, then who's fighting next? So Holly Holmes got to fight Tate again,
No, should Tate is fighting Ronda Rousey.
right? So I'm saying, but the Rousey Holmes fight is going to be further out now. Any way we look at it, it's going to be further out.
Still gonna be November. Ronda Rousey fights is gonna take sometime around November. Sometime around June or July. You still got your November date that Ronda Rousey said. You still got the same date.
So why would Ronda Rousey be waiting till November to fight her? Where's the play on that? Like, I'm trying to figure out why. If Dana White's controlling all of this, then why wouldn't he just had her fight? Why wouldn't he just had her fight in June against Holly Holmes?
Because here's the deal. Ronda Rousey did not want to fight Holly Holmes. She needed some time off. Remember, she was having suicidal thoughts. She had some movie stuff going on. Almost some business. She just wasn't there. I believe
She still got that, right?
I believe this dude is contrived or mentally she's getting back now. She's going to be
All right. I don't know. I'm not the conspiracy. I don't know enough about it to have a conspiracy theory. Let's put it that way. All right, coming up next. Are we getting any NBA today?
Yeah, we got some stories to talk about.
All right, so Mo is driving the ship. Stay on board. We'll be right back.
minutes after the hour. Back to the Full Disclosure Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please, are we going to be up for 12 o'clock or no? Do you know yet?
Yeah, we're good, bro.
Okay. Just want to please stay tuned from 12 to 1. Let's brief. I was going to do hip hop, R&B, from the classes. So definitely stay tuned and see what we have for us. Really quickly, you see this whole OJ situation, man? They're trying to say that they found the knife in OJ Simpson case.
Yeah, so one of the people that were, well, I guess he was the main guy that was doing the demolition. He said that's crazy. You know, I don't know. Supposedly somebody found it, gave it to somebody, and they held it.
To a policeman, no less, a cop.
And honestly, man, I mean, I was following it, but I totally forgot that they demolished the whole house. You know,
I forgot about that too.
I totally forgot about that. But yeah, it is kind of crazy. But have you been watching the series?
No, I refuse to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. But they say it's really good. And
Really?
yeah, it's gotten a whole lot of accolades. So, let alone the acting, but the casting is really good too. They kind of hit it right on the head with the casting.
Yeah, I just kind of refused to watch it. I was like, all right, this is kind of overkill right now. And then all of a sudden, the knife pops out of the blue, allegedly.
But that's the sensationalism of it, man. It's real crazy. I mean, look at the political state with Donald Trump and the things that he's saying, and everybody's rallying around because he's keeping it real. I mean, that's the media, but it is kind of crazy, and it's sad, really, because the true tragedy of it is that people were murdered brutally. And to keep bringing it up, but it has a lot of followings, man. A lot of people are really behind that series.
Okay, so are you watching the series or no?
I am not, but I know many who are, and they are
Really?
enjoying it.
Intrigued.
Yeah, enjoying it.
I don't know why I couldn't bring myself to watch it, man. I couldn't.
Here's my thing with a lot of TV now. It's I try not to. I hate to be hooked on something where I gotta go see it. So I just kind of now I'm over that. I kind of confused. I mean, I kind of now if I'm up in the middle of the night, I'll catch up on it. I don't have to see it when it comes on. But excuse me. Yeah, I mean, the people I've talked to who listen, who watch it, they love it.
Wow. Well, maybe I need to give it a chance. Maybe I figure out how to get it later on and just watch it without any commercials.
Well, what is it that you're watching, man? What is it that you're trying to? I'm not saying you, but what is it that everybody's trying to find out? I mean, it's.
And it is 20 years ago, so I can see why people watch it. I don't know if overkill is the word I'd use. Like we can never talk about OJ again. I don't know.
Do you guys remember where you were when the whole Broncos scene was going on?
I remember exactly where I was. I remember the split screen on the TV. I said, "What is this?" And let's give credit. All right, so you pointed out it was a brutal murder, and so let's respect that. So I'm gonna take a cheap shot respectfully. Al Callens got to be the best friend of the year.
Oh yeah,
of all time, right? Yeah.
Ultimate wingman.
Yes, and every wedding I'm in, I offer to be Al if you want to get cold feet. Gotcha. We'll be on the New Jersey Turnpike in the Bronco. Gotcha. So, excuse me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get out of here, I got you. We can explain this later. It's forever, ever. You sure? All right, now I got you.
All right, so let's get into some basketball. So I know you want to get into some basketball. And one of our listeners, always listens, and again, we appreciate it. We shout him out all the time. It's the Aviator Life. Just sent out a tweet saying, "Does LeBron James win in Cleveland? He doesn't leave Cleveland. He does not win a chip in Cleveland." So LeBron was definitely on our radar for today. So we got a few things, LeBron. So let's start with this question. Does he win an NBA championship in Cleveland?
Not with this squad.
Really?
No. This squad doesn't work. We got talented players, but it doesn't work. And I'm gonna be honest, we all will agree that Kevin Love doesn't work there, right? But LeBron and Kyrie don't work together.
Part of the agenda, yes.
So it's just, and you know, we've gone back and forth about this. But I feel like it's less important to compile top level talent together and more about compiling things that fit around your top level talent. And so Kyrie needs the ball and LeBron needs the ball to be effective. It's not two balls. And so that's why it's always going to be problematic. It's always going to be problematic. You can out talent the lower echelon of the league. Like, you know, it doesn't matter what the Sixers try to do. They can't beat them. So we get that. But when you start getting to the elite teams in the league, the 5 or 6 elite teams, that brand of basketball won't work. So if Kyrie and LeBron are playing together, unless one of them drastically change their game, you know, unless Kyrie becomes a 2 guard and basically goes catch and shoot, it's never going to work. Because we already know LeBron's not talented enough to do that. To be some catch and shoot guy.
So,
and
let me ask.
And before you go, and this is why I was like, it was laughable to me, you know, and I kind of just went along with it. But they were like, oh, if they get Melo, I was like, another dude that needs the ball? Like, add another dude that needs the ball? You're going backwards if you go get Melo.
Here's where we differ. We absolutely differ there. But before I go to the whole Melo thing, you don't think this team presently constructed could beat any team in the West, with the exception of maybe Golden State? Presently constructed. I'm going to assume you believe that they're going to get to the NBA Finals, that they can beat any team in the East. My assumption is you believe that. So now I'm saying any team in the West, with the exception of maybe Golden State, you don't think they can win a title?
I don't know if they could beat the Clippers. But look, let's be very clear. Cleveland's still a top 5 team, but the question is, do they win a title? I don't know. I don't know if they can beat the Spurs. Let's go revisit this, right? And here's why I'm saying what I'm saying. What's a 2011 Miami Heat team? You probably had the 3 best players on the court on one squad. Who they beat? Dirk. Against Dirk. You probably had the three of the 4 best players on one squad. Didn't matter. When San Antonio beat them, you probably had the 3 best players on the floor on the same team. Didn't beat them. It just doesn't, like, some team stuff. It just doesn't work if you've got and Kyrie is worse than. And when I'm saying worse, I'm saying worse than D Wade in the aspect of needing the ball. LeBron needs the ball to be effective, and Kyrie absolutely needs the ball to be effective. It's only one ball. How do you do it?
All right, so you said a few things here. All right, let's start with this. I believe they can beat any team in the West, with the exception of maybe Golden State. And even Golden State, I'm not 100% sure they can't beat them, right? Because I watched them win 2 games last year against them. So not 100% sure they can't beat them, but I believe they can beat the Clippers, OKC, who was my pick to win it all.
But let me jump in for a second. Right, so let's be very clear. Yes, Cleveland won 2 games last year. They won without Kyrie, though. I don't think they win the 2 games with Kyrie's playing because they need the ball too much. So LeBron was able to have the ball the entire time, had the series of his life. Because he had the ball the entire time. I don't know if they win the games if Kyrie was out there.
Okay, we're going to get Kyrie in a minute. Okay, no worries. All I'm saying is, I'm not going to sit here and say they can't win a championship presently constructed. Because to me, the only team that's really in their way is Golden State. Only team. I believe they can beat any of those other teams in the West. The Kyrie situation. No, before we go to Kyrie, let's go Carmelo Anthony and the proposed trade, which I think will still happen. And I'm going to give you best world scenario for everybody. Everybody involved right now. Thought about this yesterday. I put some thought into this. Carmelo Anthony to the Cleveland Cavaliers would have been the best possible thing that could have happened in Cleveland this season. Because you're going to put Carmelo Anthony in the same spot that you put Kevin Love. And he's going to be more effective at it, at the 4th spot. You have to remember, we watch Carmelo and Anthony play in these Olympic games, all these other games that they play as a United States team as a group, all-star games. Carmelo plays well with other superstars. Also, the fact that Carmelo Anthony's 31, you can see him declining. So him needing the ball is not going to be the same over there. Carmelo's going to understand that, hey, this is where I'm going to win my championship. I'm going to go find that corner that Kevin Love is missing all these threes from, and I'm going to make them. I'm going to go find the 18-footer that Kevin Love is missing all these shots from, and I'm going to make them. I have a better post game than Kevin Love. I can go in the post and get 2 points, and I'm going to make them. Carmelo will get plenty of shots in Cleveland. So to me, that would have been best world scenario for this season for everybody was for Carmelo to go to Cleveland, for Kevin Love to go to Boston because Boston loves Kevin Love, and they got a lot of talent to move around, and to send these draft picks to New York, where New York is done. It's clear. They're not performing. Derek Fisher left and completely has fallen apart, whatever. And they had started before he left. So I'm not going to say that it's because, but let's just say that he had them good rolling for a little while. They've completely fallen apart. Now you get some rookies in there. Maybe even one of those players on the Boston team that's actually one of the pieces that they have, whether it's what is the kid's name from Ohio State, number 11. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, you get somebody else there. You put them with Porzingis. You bring some of these draft picks in that they have because the Knicks don't have a draft pick this season. And you start to build around that Porzingis team, and you look for them to be ready 3 years from now. To me, best world scenario for everybody this season. Now, let's go to this summer. I do believe the trade is going to still be available to send Carmelo to Cleveland. And I believe Carmelo's going to take it, especially what went on this week with him and the fan and him telling him to go see the owner who was sitting right there. I was at that game, by the way. And I was there. It's crazy. But Carmelo to Cleveland, Kevin Love to Boston, or wherever it is he's going to go. But here's the blockbuster. Here's the blockbuster.
You got some breaking news sounds over there, Breeze?
It works for everybody. It works for everybody. The money works. Everything works. Send Kyrie Irving. If it's true that he and LeBron are having chemistry issues, send Kyrie Irving to the Los Angeles Clippers for Chris Paul. Because I do believe that LeBron James would respect Chris Paul more and give up the handling of the ball more and let him run the offense and set him up offensively if it's Chris Paul as opposed to Kyrie Irving. I truly believe it. And now you have Chris Paul, you have LeBron James, and you have Carmelo Anthony, which are all friends, on the same team. And I promise you that team wins 2, potentially 3 championships.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
You're disrespectful, bro.
If you send Kyrie,
you're disrespectful.
Let me get this last piece out, and then I'm done, I promise. You send Kyrie to Cleveland, to the Clippers, and let him and Blake Griffin grow together. And 3 years from now, they'll be ready to be the team in the West because by then Golden State will be done, San Antonio will be done.
Wait. How have you? So you've predicted the demise of Golden State Warriors in 3 years? They're all 25. Like, where are they going? Where are they going?
Listen, I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh!
If I was the guy, I'd make it great for everybody.
That's interesting.
And then we'll have the Clippers on the West Coast, and we'll have the New York Knicks on the East Coast, ready to go. I'm telling you, I make it great for everybody.
All right, I'm gonna address.
Where that goes, I don't know, but I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna address this nonsense when we get back after the break. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Now it's getting to be plain. You gotta get up out of now. know you wouldn't do me. If you cared about more than yourself, I bet you wouldn't do. If you really cared about anyone else, I know you wouldn't do me. If you cared about more than yourself, when you walk out the door. Though some days the blues was on parade, still we marched through all the tears we made. Now I find it wasn't no game of charade that you played. I did my best to bring you joy. How can you just leave me like a broken toy? There's the man that once was you. Oh, if I could be within your mind, I would never think to treat you this unkind. The pain you caused will come to you. Oh, yeah, I know else. I know you wouldn't do me. If you cared about more than yourself, I bet you wouldn't do. If you really cared about anyone else, I know you wouldn't do me. If you cared about more than yourself, you would walk out the door. If you really cared about anyone else, I know you wouldn't do me. If you cared about more than yourself, I bet you wouldn't do me.
21 minutes after the hour, back to the Full Disclosure Show. Again, please stay tuned from 12 to 1. Mr. Breeze DBL is going to put down the latest hip-hop, R&B, and club classics. Breeze, I love that song, by the way. So before we went to the break, I was giving Rasul my best world scenarios of the NBA and what potentially will happen and should happen. Now, I'm sending Kyrie to the Clippers. I'm sending Chris Paul to Cleveland. I'm sending Kevin Love to Boston. I'm sending draft picks, maybe a player to the New York Knicks. What are your thoughts?
I don't have an issue with your proposed trades. It is problematic to me that you say put Kyrie and Blake together and Golden State's done in 3 years. I don't even know where you get that from. Like, I can't even see the end of Golden State right now. They're all in their mid-20s. Like, they're younger than they're around Kyrie's age. I mean, like, a lot of them are in his age, in his wheelhouse. But you don't believe what Golden State's doing,
Well,
probably.
no,
So.
I can give you the demise of Golden State, but I'm going to let you go. I'll let you go, and then I give you the demise of Golden State. But go ahead.
So, I mean, potentially with Chris Paul, I do believe that if he was there, that trio probably could work. So I don't have a disagreement with you there. I just think that what they have now, presently constituted, and to get back to the question that was proposed by Aviator Life, what they have now, no, they're not going to win. I don't know if they're the second best team in basketball. Like, you assume they're the second best team in basketball.
No, I just assume that they have to be able to get to the finals and just beat one of those teams in the West. And there's only one team I think that can beat them.
You think San Antonio's better than Cleveland?
No, I do not. And you know, it's interesting because Aviator Life sent me a tweet and said, I don't think they can beat San Antonio Spurs. And I just responded to him and basically explained to him, or said to him, because I couldn't explain it because it's only 140 characters, but San Antonio is not built for the playoffs. They're built for the regular season. They're going to win 55, 60 games. It's what they do. But come playoff time, that team is not good enough to win. We've seen it. They're not good enough to win. You know, everybody still is caught up in this whole trio of Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker. They're finished. They are finished. So now they got in some new stars over there. They got in LaMarcus Aldridge, and they have in Kawhi Leonard. Good players. LaMarcus Aldridge, in my opinion, has taken a step back in his career, and I'm actually sad that he did what he did and went there and did that at the prime of his career. But whatever, he's not going to carry them. Kawhi Leonard is going to be what Kawhi Leonard is, right? He's a really good player in the NBA. I think he gets more credit than he probably deserves, but he's a really good player. He's not winning a series for someone. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm being very honest about it. They have a great coach, which makes them always a threat. So I'm not saying that they're not a threat. They are not built for the playoffs. They're not going to win another NBA championship. You heard it here. I'm telling you, they're not built for it. They're not.
When was their last championship?
They won it 3-4 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah, they're done.
Okay, so
They're old.
Okay, they're defying logic. I get you. They've got enough young pieces in to mesh with the old pieces. They are a team. I can't just dismiss them though. Like you're just like, yeah, that's over. They got 9 losses all year. Like, yeah, them dudes, they're not serious over there. Like, how do you do that? And then we got Cleveland over here where we got obvious turmoil going on, and you're talking about, I mean, outside of Golden State, they'll beat anybody.
Yeah. Because they're built for the playoffs. I don't believe that San Antonio's built for the playoffs. I don't.
Why can they win in the playoffs? Help me understand. Why couldn't San Antonio win in the playoffs?
I just explained it to you. You got these 3 old guys over there that are going to have to. They are. I mean, am I lying about something? They're 3 old guys that got a lot of miles on their legs. Let's just keep it 100. We still talk about Tim Duncan like he's Tim Duncan from 2004. He's not. He's not that guy. He's a guy who gets about 9 points a game and maybe 6 or 7 rebounds a game. I can go get better production out of Robin Lopez with the New York Knicks, but nobody's talking about him at that rate, right? But that's the way we still talk about him. It's the whole mystique. We talk about Ginobili like, oh my God, Ginobili, he's a Hall of Fame. Wait a minute. Ginobili's finished. 2 years ago, when they won their championship, Ginobili was on his last legs. We saw it. Tony Parker, oh, wait a minute. He's not one. There's not 5 point guards better than him in the NBA. You got to be kidding me. There's 5 point guards better than him in the West. There's 5 better than him in the West. And I'm not going to sit here and go to the East. So all I'm saying to you is they are old. And if you're putting your hopes on LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard, you're not going to win in the play. They can't beat the OKC, Oklahoma City Thunder. They can't beat the Clippers, and they can't beat the Warriors. Where are they getting to the NBA Finals at? Make me understand. Tell me where I'm wrong.
First off, I'm not saying that they're getting to the finals.
So then what are we talking about then?
Nothing. I don't.
Hey, so shout out to Saeed. Sa.
Who's that? We don't know who that is.
Holla.
So Golden State's getting to the finals, right? Is that what you're saying?
They probably will, depending upon who they got to play. They got to play those Clippers. You already know my thoughts on that.
So Cleveland can beat the Clippers, though?
Yes.
Golden State can't beat. Well, the Clippers can beat Golden State, but Cleveland can beat them.
I'll make fights. We all know that.
Wow.
We all get it. Because you wouldn't have believed that Milwaukee would have beat Golden State this season. You would have thought it would have been OKC if you would have if you would have had to bet money on it.
No. First of all, I wouldn't be betting on. I mean, the Sixers took Golden State to the wire in one game, so I wouldn't necessarily be betting on a regular season game like that. But I know this much: out of 60 games, they won 55 of them. So I'm not prepared to say anybody here is going to beat them. I mean, I'm talking about, I know if they play the Clippers, they're in trouble because they got to play them 7 times in a row. So what?
That's not where I'm headed with this conversation. It's not where I'm headed. We're talking about Cleveland, whether they can win. I even said if they got to play Golden State, I probably will go with Golden State. We can get
so
it.
Is it a foregone conclusion to you that they're in the NBA Finals again?
Who? The Clippers? I mean, Golden State?
No, Cleveland.
Yeah, because I don't think any team can beat them. I don't think there's anybody good enough to beat them. As good as Toronto looks, they don't have a chance. The one team that will give them trouble is the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics will give them trouble.
I'm not sure they get to the finals. I'm not sure Cleveland even gets to the finals.
I don't see anybody beating them. I don't. I see the Boston Celtics giving them some trouble, but I don't see anybody beating them. Don't see anybody. I don't believe in the Toronto Raptors. They're up against Northwest. I don't believe in the Toronto Raptors. Sorry.
And you never will, because unless Vince goes and laces them back up, you never will believe in it.
They don't give me a reason to believe in them. They're a good team, but I don't believe in them. Listen, they're having a great year.
Okay. Yes, because you know what? Sundays is like, this is like Sunday school for me. It's a learning situation. So I'm learning right now, right? What would Cleveland have to do? I mean, what would Toronto have to show you to make you say, you know what, they might be better than just, oh, good team?
Star power to do it. They don't. Stars win, man. That's what happens.
Who was
Win.
who was the star on San Antonio 2 years ago?
Nobody. They actually was the anomaly.
Oh, okay. All right. I got it. That helped out a lot.
Stars win, dude. Listen, if you look at the history of the NBA, I promise you 95% of the time, stars win. And that number may be higher than 95%. So why am I going to buck that trend and believe that, oh, Toronto has a chance to get to the... Yeah, they're not going. Outside of LeBron James twisting an ankle and can't play anymore, they have zero chance. And then I don't even know if they can beat Washington or whether they can beat Boston. That's what I'm saying. Like, they are a good team, and they have the second best record in the East at this particular point. But they're really no better than Boston and the rest of these teams over there. They really are not. It's a crapshoot. I'm taking up some bones and shaking them up and throwing them. At the end of the day, it's a crapshoot, dude. That's all it is.
So Boston might be able to give Cleveland a chance.
I believe
some
Boston
trouble
gives Cleveland some trouble. I do.
with no
I do
stars.
believe with no stars, but I believe I didn't say they can beat them, but I believe they can give them some trouble. They give them a better chance they have a better chance than Toronto, in my opinion, to beat Cleveland.
So if Boston made it to the NBA Finals, which I don't think they will, but if they made it to the NBA Finals, that'd be another anomaly.
They'll get beat 4-0 no matter who they play.
But it'll be another anomaly, right? Because they don't have a star.
It's an anomaly.
Oh, okay.
But so you make it seem like I'm telling you something that's not true.
Dude, I'm just saying. I don't know how. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. You need a star. I think that when people win championships, stars are also born, and so where you got people giving Kawhi Leonard more credit than you think they deserve. Some people think this dude's a star in the league. Let Charles Barkley tell you, he's one of his favorite best basketball players in the league right now because these dudes win chips. So now it looks like, I know it's not in your eyes, but in some people's eyes, Kawhi Leonard's a star now. He's at least a star in the league. I'm not saying he's a superstar. He's at least a star. So San Antonio did have a star. Not in your eyes, but in a lot of people's eyes, this dude's a star. And I think stars are born based on performance. So let's not just necessarily say, oh my God, this guy's a star, this guy's a star. Superstar, if you're telling me that superstars win championships, you got to go back and look.
Kyrie Irving.
He's so dismissive.
Why am I dismissive? I just had nothing to say about that.
It's all good.
I
Hey, listen, man. Listen, I'm just a passenger on the ship. I'm Gilligan on this 3-hour tour. From 1 followed by fully disclosed 12 and 1 o'clock. No. I say anything, Steve. It doesn't matter.
So when LeBron decided to come back to Cleveland, we kind of knew that this was the eventual problem with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving had gone through at least 2 years of where this was his team, and now he has to basically acquiesce to LeBron James. We kind of knew that this was
as he should.
As he should. No, agreed. But he couldn't have been happy about it because he had just signed a big deal. And now you've gone from telling me that, hey, this is your team, and I'm sure that's what the conversation was, to, yeah, my man, you need to take a back seat and let this guy come in here and run this organization. We could see this coming, right? We talked about this. We could see it coming.
I mean, I think if Kyrie's game was different,
it's not.
No, I'm saying if it was different, though, I think that he could be I think they both could be happy. They both could have success. Because his game's not different, they can't. So I don't know. I mean, what was LeBron thinking since LeBron's the GM? What was he thinking Kyrie was going to be when I go over there and I got the ball in my hand? So shame on you, LeBron. What were you thinking was going to happen?
I think LeBron was thinking that they would build around it and he would figure out how to win. He wanted to get back into the greats of the Cleveland. So I believe it was more of a, I hate to use the word PR, but more of a situation of I got to go to Cleveland and win to complete my legacy. I have to go to Cleveland and win. I truly believe that that's what it was.
Yeah, but also
and it didn't matter who was there.
Yeah, but I also think he had enough power. Clearly, he does have power, right? So I think he also had enough power to if he's the genius that people swear he is, right, and he had enough power to push the pieces on the chessboard, he could have said, "Me and Kyrie aren't going to be able to work together."
You can't do that until you try it, right? So now they're in their second year.
But if but okay, listen, this is what I'm saying about right now. If Melo goes there right now, I'm saying it doesn't work. And I'm just a fan. I don't think it works right now. The proposed trade that you made with Chris Paul, maybe it works. Fine, I would try that. There's no way I'm trying this. I got Kyrie. I got Kyrie, Carmelo, and LeBron. All dudes who need the ball. I'm not doing that. Now, from a paper perspective, saying I got 3 of the top 20 players in the league probably sounds great. But do their skill sets mesh? In my mind, they don't. That's all I'm saying. They don't mesh in my mind. What?
I think they do, and again, it's because I just believe that Carmelo meshes with stars, and I believe Carmelo is going to get so many wide open shots.
Yeah, but okay, so just let's just break this down right there. Already, LeBron and Kyrie don't mesh. So I'm having Carmelo. How's that? Carmelo's going to make LeBron and Kyrie play better together? How's that going to happen?
I think Carmelo makes the whole trio play better. The entire team play better because he doesn't have to have the ball outside trying to create. He's going to be just catching and shooting quite a bit.
But
That's what Kevin does.
LeBron and Kyrie still going to have the same issue they have, regardless of what. If Kevin Love start getting 28 a game now, and boom, Carmelo. What's that? Whatever. But I'm just using it as an example. How's that going to change the dynamic between Kyrie and LeBron?
Because I truly believe that the team would be better, and I believe that they would be able to live with each other better. I promise you. Everybody understands that Kevin Love is an outsider and he doesn't fit. He's a square they're trying to put in a round hole. Everybody, they understand it too. He doesn't fit.
Let's assume you're correct, right? In all you're thinking here. Let's just assume you're correct. So these guys are bickering now enough that we know about it. So let's say it's true. They're bickering enough we know about it. They got a team right now that's going to, at minimum, going to the finals. That's not good enough? Kyrie's upset, like, yo, I can't do what I'm doing. I'm going to. So what's his priority? We're going to the finals, and if Golden State doesn't make it to the finals, if Golden State plays the Clippers and the Clippers clip them off, we could win a chip this year.
Right.
And they still mad?
Why not? Because outwardly he said, you know, I'm all about this team winning a championship is what I'm trying to do. But we all understand that these guys are about themselves first. The superstars are about themselves first. It is what it is. They're not glue guys. The superstars are not glue guys or stars in this case.
Kyrie signs the 5-year, $90 million deal, thinking it was going to be his squad. Now I'm going to bring Melo too. Where am I now? I'm the third fiddle over here. Where am I now? I don't. Are you sure? Are you sure? Like Kyrie's happy now. Kyrie's not happy now, and Kyrie gets happy when LeBron comes. I mean, when Carmelo comes.
Kyrie's happy if they win the championship.
They can win a championship now, according to you.
They can. They can beat everybody with the exception of Golden State.
Okay, but he's not happy. So I'm confused. He's not happy. He's going to the finals. He's not. That doesn't make him happy because stars are about themselves. That's fine. I'll take that. So I'm gonna bring another superstar over here. And now the guy who's unhappy with the superstar that took his role of being number one is going to all of a sudden get happy when I bring another superstar.
What I'm telling you is I think it makes the game easier for Kyrie if he got Melo as opposed to Kevin Love. You're not understanding my point. I'm thinking that Carmelo is going to make life easier for everybody, and it will make everybody happier.
Oh, okay. I'm not following on that. All right, coming up next, more NBA, NFL with soccer, race car drive. What you got?
NBA. I wanted to interview. I had some questions for you.
Can we do the interview next? Because I have a presentation at 1:30 today, so I need to get ready to start taking questions anyway. So can we do the interview next?
Yeah, I'm going to have questions. I'll do it over a couple of hours.
All right, so I'm getting interviewed. The warm up before the real deal at 1:30. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
conquer so we can make it through. 'Cause when times get hard to bear, and you need someone to be there to ease the pain inside. Call me if you should need a friend. I will be your friend. If you should need a friend, I will be your friend. If you should need a friend, I will be your friend. If you should need a friend, I'll be your friend. I will be your friend. I will be your friend. Inside of you, 'cause when times get hard to bear, and you need someone to be there to ease the pain inside. Call me if you need a friend. I will be your friend. If you should need a friend, I will be your friend. If you should need a friend, I will be your friend. If you should need a friend, I'll be your friend. If you need a friend, you got a friend, I'll be your friend. If you need a friend, you got a friend, I'll be your friend. If you need a friend, you got a friend, I'll be your friend. If you need a friend, you got a friend, I'll be your friend. If you need a friend.
Forty-three minutes after the hour, back to the In Full Disclosure Show. You guys are 17 minutes away from Mr. Breeze DBL putting down the latest hip-hop, R&B, and club classics. Before we get into this little interview with Mr. Rasul Sharif, I get to know with him, I wanted to say a couple things. I wanted to shout out my Dallas Cowboys. Again, they have set the bar at a whole nother level. America's team is on the verge of building a state-of-the-art practice facility that will have a mall, it will have restaurants, it will have hotels where you can watch practice from your hotel. You're overseeing the practice field. It has 2 outdoor practice facilities. It also has an indoor practice facility. One of the local counties there will play their high school games because the city is growing so much, so they now listen, state of the art. They have once again set the bar up here. Why they are there. I needed to get that out. Can't wait for that to be built. It'll be ready by the time 2017 starts.
Hey,
From now, they should up and running.
are they gonna have a pork stand?
Oh, I'm sure they will. Listen, it's Dallas, dude.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
If
Yeah.
they do not have a vendor that's doing some pulled pork, then all that's for hell.
They absolutely will have pork. They're going to have as much beef as you want. They're going to have everything that you want there. Everything fried, whatever it is you're looking for. But I need to get that out because I read that article yesterday, and I figured I'd wait until the end. But definitely something. And already, the new team that's in LA has talked about figuring out how to do it. I think, what else did I see? It was like 2 other franchises that are looking to do the exact same thing. So 4 franchises are looking to follow suit and create this whole new experience. And that's what Dallas is giving you. They're giving you an experience when you come into to watch the Dallas Cowboys. Need to get that out. Any thoughts, Sue, before we get into our interview?
I think we might have to call an ambulance. My man is comatose.
Is he done with that?
I gotta call an ambulance. My man's comatose.
Let me just tell you something, man. As my age as everybody's does, as I continue to advance, I start like valuing my time more, and that's 2 minutes I can't get back out of my life. They're not serious. You didn't just use 2 minutes on that. Last segment to talk about the Dallas Cowboy practice facility.
They are set are extremely high.
Just put your hand up when you're finished talking, because I gotta take these headphones. I can't listen.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good. All right, good.
All right, so people that are out there listening, we've never done this before, but it's something that kind of came to me this week. Want you guys to get to know a little bit about us. We've been on these airways 2 plus.
I'm real nervous about this.
I promise you, it's light.
I'm gonna invoke my Fifth Amendment rights. I promise you.
I promise you, it's very light. So I figured I'd come up with some questions that we can ask Sue. We're gonna ask Breeze. Yes, good.
Are they all sports related?
They're all sports related with the exception of a couple of them. And, again, I'm only gonna ask you 5 for today.
Okay. All right.
And next week we'll know a little bit more about each other. All right.
Please, you answer the questions first.
All right.
There you go.
Okay. So here's the first question. It's to both of you guys. Breeze is gonna answer first. So Breeze. It's a basketball related. It's not basketball. It's a sports related question. If you had to stop watching basketball and football for 5 years, which one would it be? You had to stop watching one of them.
Football.
Why?
Because I love basketball.
Okay. You okay not watching the Super Bowl? It's 5 years of not watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Which is probably the most watched sporting event in this country.
I'm pretty much a sports guy. I like all aspects of it, but my love and the things I generate, and what I do is geared towards basketball. The whole team concept, the game itself, it's all about basketball. So to answer your question, I can live without football, no doubt, no question. Because even now, it's not like every Sunday I got the doggone football package. It's not like I'm scanning through watching all the games. I can take it. It's okay. But basketball, yeah, need that.
So?
Yeah, my answer is pretty much the same. Look, and I'm a football fan, but I think that you obviously I'm not gonna say obviously. You probably watch things a little less now, because you got more things going on in your life. Like if I miss a Sunday I had the football package the entire 2000s until about the last 3 or 4 years. I don't even have it. So there may be a game we want to really go see or something. So you may go to a bar, check it out, whatever. But I got the NBA package on my phone.
Yeah.
That's how it's real. It doesn't matter where I'm at. If there's a marquee game going on and I'm not in front of the TV, your boy is watching it on his phone. That's not even a conversation for me. Super Bowl, keep it. It doesn't matter to me. I need to see Steph Curry.
The chef.
Yes. So yeah, that's
the basketball is more fluid. There's always something going on. Football, you get to play. You gotta you hold up. You go in the huddle and all that. So
no Super Bowl.
No Super Bowl.
My man, let me just make a claim. Since this is in full disclosure, let's see. Since 2000, I probably saw half the Super Bowls, because the other half of the Super Bowls, I probably was gone out my mind. Too much beer or something. I'm down with the Super Bowl party. I don't need to watch the game. I really don't.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, that's question number 1. Number 2, if you could watch any past, present, or future sporting event, what would it be?
Past sporting event.
Past, present, or future?
I probably went future. I don't know. I don't know.
Past or future, right?
Yeah. I probably want to see.
You're going to be there. Let me say it this way. You're going to actually be at the sporting event.
I probably want to see Wilkes 100.
Really?
Yeah, because, I need to verify some stuff. Like, my pops used to tell me, like, yeah, Wilt was just the biggest dude out there.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to verify that with my own eyes. to see how he got this 100. Like, I watched the Kobe 81 game. And that's why he got it. He got it from everywhere he wanted to. Like, was Wilt just, big boy and everybody for 100 points. So I probably want to see that game.
Reese?
I've never gone to an Olympics, so pretty much an Olympic event, not a particular one. I mean,
Not Brazil? It's future, right? It's coming. Brazil.
it's coming. Yeah. So,
They still in organs down there, man. I'm not going down. They got the virus thing down there. If you drink too much, you might wake up in an ice bath with your liver missing. Yeah.
And in full disclosure, I might have to make that trip. But no, it'll be an Olympic event. I'm not sure what year, but I would have liked to have gone to that Olympics to see Jesse Owens run.
I'm going to interject myself into this one. For me, it would have been Ali Frazier Rumble in the Jungle. Like, that's the one I would have gone.
Yes, yeah, no doubt. Anything that Ali was in. Let me pose the question and you keep on going. Have you gone to see any championship boxing matches?
No, never been to a boxing match.
Yeah, not at all.
All right, story time with Uncle Sue.
Yeah.
All right, so
Tell us a story.
Yes, I got you. All right, sit over there. Be quiet and I'll tell you a story. Best sporting day of my life. And I'm gonna name some names. So former Mayor Sharp James gave me some $1,000 ticket, 2 tickets, $1,000 a ticket to a Klitschko fight in Madison Square Garden. It was the same day the Nets were in the playoffs. So I guess it was Jason Kidd Nets. So I had skybox seats for that game. And then I drove downtown Norfolk Park, jumped on the train, and sat in the folding chairs for the boxing match. And I said, yeah, don't get no better than this. And I've turned it around. So, like, the folding chairs are probably maybe 6 deep to the ring. And I'm turning around, and I'm seeing, like, celebs behind me.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm winning. I was like, I'm winning today. And, I mean, it was a long time ago, so I was like, I had a date that day. Like, this don't work. This is all I got for you. This is all I got. It was crazy. But going to boxing matches, I've been to a few. Going to boxing matches live, it's like I'm not beating for it because you don't understand how much you care about the commentating. So it's just punch, and that 3-minute break. You see the girl walking around with the ring number. There's nothing going on.
Right, just chatting.
Nobody's talking to you. Nobody's telling you who's winning. Nobody's doing whatever. So, like, if somebody gave me some great tickets to a boxing match, I go. And I go for the experience of being around what's happening at the boxing match. But to go see the sporting event live, you're not missing anything from not going.
Okay. Next question. Have either one of you been so involved in a game or been so passionate about a game, whether you played it or watched it, that you cried at the end result?
No.
Really?
I get chills though when people win. Like people hit big shots that I get goosebumps. But yeah, I'm not a leaker, so I don't.
Well, that's my segue. I had one of my memorable experiences. I was in Jamaica. And that's when LA was playing Portland in the championship. And I just knew I wasn't going to be able to see that game because, I'm over there. And I'm with someone. And I just happened to turn on the TV and the game was on. Matter of fact, it was the play that Kobe went down the lane and threw the alley-oop to Shaq. I saw from there and I went berserk. We were supposed to go to dinner later on, and I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. Stayed in the room, and the person was really upset with me, and I apologize to this day, but that was...
Yeah, you might want to say that apology, bro.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
I'm not going to... But again, I'm sorry. And that goes back to the first question, man. It's all about The Rock for me, man. Just love it.
So... I guess I'm going to be embarrassed here, but I cried twice. I cried.
Michael Jordan what? Michael Jordan
neither.
Oh wow.
And you're gonna be surprised with one of them. I cried once my last college game. My emotions after that.
When you were playing your last
Yeah.
time?
My last college game, I cried.
I thought you meant games that you watched.
Yeah.
I said watched or played.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. No, I didn't even cry.
It's the most
Yeah.
experience, the camaraderie, and just I can dig that.
I watered up I watered up in a high school game
Really?
afterwards. Watered up. Yeah. But it was my emotions because I was so mad that we lost. Not like anything nostalgic. I was just, this is the one. I don't care if we won, lost every other game. We gotta beat these dudes and we lost. And I played lights out.
Really?
Yeah.
I was nostalgic because I knew I would never play again.
That's
That's
it.
one. The other one, so you're gonna probably get a good laugh out of this one. I'm gonna tell it anyway with the embarrassment. I actually cried. Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco 49ers, the catch. Dwight Clark caught that ball. I actually cried after that game. That hurt my heart so bad.
I'll give you a pass though. What are you, 12?
I was somewhere around there.
Yeah,
It hurt my heart
yeah, pass
so
on.
bad.
Yeah, you get a pass on that.
They get passing that.
Yeah.
But dude, like I literally couldn't believe I was crying. I cried.
If you would have told me you cried last year when Tony Romo broke the collarbone, yeah, we would have had a problem there. We would have had a problem there. I'm gonna give you a pass being 12 because you're really emotionally invested in it. But nah, man, no tears.
Now I must say, when Magic announced that he had AIDS, I was emotional. I didn't cry, but
Yeah, that was a tough day.
because
That was tough for me too. And,
that's my dude. And I remember that I was in my basement and
yeah,
I was messed up with it because he was the real MJ. That was my dude.
Yeah, for sure.
he announced he had HIV, man. He had AIDS.
So thank you.
At that time, that's what we thought, though. We thought he couldn't live.
Yeah, and I think that's why
college.
because
Yeah.
it was a death.
That's the that we all thought, right?
You start thinking of Rachi, right?
So the last question is more of a silly question, but it's a question that I can't wait to hear the answer for. If you had to unload a plane full of loose jelly beans, how would you start?
Unload a plane full of loose jelly beans.
Yes, how would you do
One at a time.
it? How would you do it?
What's my skill set?
Man, whatever you want to be.
Oh,
Whatever your skill set is today.
well, I can't do that. But if I could fly a plane, I would just fly it up and turn it sideways and just let them all dump out somewhere.
I
That'd
can get them out.
huh?
I can get them all out.
Yeah, well, I'll get most of them out, come down, and get the rest of them out with a broom, I guess. If I had to, was this a job that I had? That's my job to.
It was just a question. Don't think that deep into it. I mean, it was just.
Oh, because I would quit. Probably.
I just put them in the bag and take them out.
It's a plane full from the floor to the ceiling. You're not putting them in a bag.
A full
Plane
like
full of loose jelly beans.
Yeah, probably.
Jelly beans roll.
I'd open the door and they start falling out, right? And then I'd just probably with a broom, just sweep them out.
Yeah.
Just be pushing them out the door. Now, do I have to put them in garbage bags or I can just let them on the ground?
It doesn't matter what you do with them.
Oh, yeah. I would open the door. I just take a push broom and a whisk in there.
Well, the other thing is if you're flying and you open the door, they're all going to go out anyway because of the pressure.
Well, that's what I.
Not literally.
Well, I mean, hey, I can, well, it's my thing. I have a button. I'm fine. I can push the button, okay?
Hey,
I'm surprised neither one of you say you get a vacuum cleaner. Use a vacuum cleaner. Because you vacuum them out. I'm surprised that neither one of you say it.
Not no.
I probably wouldn't because how much I'd be emptying that bag. That'd be a lot of emptying.
It could be a rather large vacuum cleaner, right?
I've never seen a big vacuum cleaner do it.
Not that.
All right.
Oh,
Those
no.
are all the questions I have for today.
That's
But,
pretty good, Mo.
got a chance to learn a little bit more.
Hey, Mo, let me pose one to you. You gotta.
You know it's 11:59, right?
That's okay. It's not a problem.
Uh,
You got a plane full of swine.
he's his way out.
You even letting them go.
He eats his way out. That's what he does.
I'll wait out.
You gotta be kidding. All right, fully disclosed right now. It's just,
Hey, I appreciate it.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Did you? How? Let's be a little compassionate. You know, and one of my 2016 oppositions to myself is to be more compassionate. When we started in pre-production today, you were, close to the ledge. A little bit of laughter, a little bit of sports talk, and connecting with the nation. I see you on Twitter over there being active. I see that. Do you feel better now?
I really do, man. And I must say, this was pretty much the antidote
Right.
that I needed. And I truly, as I said to you both in pre-production, how much I appreciate the day and the show and what we do. So it's definitely therapeutic, no doubt, because I'm not thinking about these things and I'm focusing on this, and it's a good vibe, good environment, and those questions just really took me over the top.
Yeah,
They really did.
I think the people out there too, that it's cool if they can understand that, whatever stresses you go through all week and everybody deals with whatever they deal with, whether it's, work related or personal or whatever. These couple of hours for me is the same thing, like something I look forward to all the time. And to be able to have some banter and, talk and respond to some people who listen, however many people are listening out there, it's absolutely, I think you nailed it with the word therapeutic. So it just kind of, gives you a relief or it takes you out of reality for a second.
It really does.
It's the hours. And then, at 1:15, it's like, oh, wait, yeah, that bill's still there? All right. I got that for 3 hours. It takes you to another place. So, all right, I'm glad it worked out for you today.
Yeah, and I appreciate it, man. It's a legal drug.
Right.
It's not shooting nothing, not smoking nothing, not losing nothing. This is it. We need to package this.
Package it. All right. Fully Disclosed is up now. I apologize to the nation for the horrible voice today. Hopefully I'll be better next week. And I'm going to get ready for this presentation. So I'll be listening to the music. Make it good.
Yeah, good luck. And I must say, man, I've got several tweets saying that there's a lot of butter in your voice.
Hey.
Hey, it's like that.
I wish it was intentional, but this is some combination of some kind of nasal drip and something else that's happening here. And
Barry White ain't got nothing on you, bro.
All right, Breeze DBL up right now.
questions fly. I'm different. The diagram. Sorry, where you stand. It's all about you. It's all
sad and hurting. And sometimes you feel so deserted. But hold on to tough along the way. Love is on the way. You're nice. Makes you I know someday. But we've already had something so deep. Yeah. I'm tired of being friends. Oh, it takes one kiss. Tired of being friends. Yeah, it takes one kiss. Just call me late just to see if I was okay. And you would go on and on about the same things every night. And I wake up once again with the phone still in my head. Just listening to you breathing sound so you tell me, oh baby, I'm tired of being friends. It only takes one kiss. Oh, for everything we know. When I gave you my everything, this love
fully disclosed, Breeze DVL, put it in. Thanks for helping me put a button down shirt on and act like I'm gonna say something profound today. Like to say a melancholy message to Nancy Reagan just passed away. So I think that information broke while we were on the air. So for anybody out there who's listening,
Just say no.
yeah, no doubt. So next week, same time, hopefully, same bat channel, hopefully, and hopefully your voice comes back. Have a safe day, people. Out of here.
Butter, baby.
Yeah, I'm about to put these lozenges in. Talk to you later, bro.
Look.